time for me, and you think my pickups in the past have been good, you'd be wrong. Cheap though. I probably spent less than £150 and everything, not including me Xbox One games.
You spent less than me.
Yeah. And well, when you see what I've got, I'll start off. Where shall I start? With the PSP. I tend to like starting off with my PSP stuff. First off, we got a Mortal Kombat Unchained. Yeah, it's pretty much the version you got on the 360 and PS3, but on the PSP it's just cut down to fit on the PSP. Looks fun. Once again, I haven't played none of it, 'cause it's been sat here waiting to do this. No Sega fan, it should be without Crazy Taxi.
Hasn't got the proper music though, unfortunately.
Which sucks, because everything with Crazy Taxi no longer has the proper music. Unlike that stupid, was it chibi style one that's coming to the iPhone and that in the summer. Done by Sega. One of my favourite puzzly games. I got it when it launched on the 360 Lumens.
Yeah, I do like old Lumens.
It's really good. Yeah, it takes a while to get your head around it, but once you get your head around it, click to it, it's real fun.
I mean, those sort of puzzle games have always been perfect for handhelds. Even going back to Tetris, all that sort of stuff, haven't they? Really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the sort of thing you sort of hide into the toilet with, and then kind of like 2.5 hours later, you come out really cold with a big red ring on your back. So you've been sitting there for too long.
Stand up and the seat's still stuck to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of virtual tennis. I already had it once again. I bought a double because I hadn't done the list.
Have you got virtual tennis free as well?
No, I do.
So that's the one you sort of probably thought it was.
What it was, but yeah, love virtual tennis. The bonus modes just get more wackier, but it's such a fun game to replay. I always remember when they first come out, just having great fun.
I played so much tennis, and it was just like, I don't even like tennis, but I love tennis games. So well, just purely because of virtual tennis.
Yeah, and the CEX finds SOCOM. Inside the box, it's pretty much brand new. It comes with the headphones, and not that I'll ever use it. It's just £2.50. It looked nice. It looked good on the shelf. Same sort of footage that you saw him trying to play a little while ago, and just jumping up and down, going around in circles on the PS2.
You forgot that just before I got run down. I sort of up, down, gun.
Yeah.
And then get mowed down. It's
my PSP. I'll go through Nintendo theme now. See, I bought Smuggler's Run 1 and 2 recently, so I bought the GameCube version, which is sort of a mishmash of both of them. Yeah.
Smuggler's Run. There's 4 players. I don't think it had 4-player split screen on the PlayStation. Did it? I think it had 2 players, but it didn't have 4 players. Yeah. Which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, and these are great fun. I say, it's Smuggler's Run. The fun of this game that got me into the PS2. They're great fun to play. And
a game that's not fun to play. It will make you want to kill things, throw pads, and just generally jump up and down. But you'll still love it, but you'll want to kill it.
F-Zero. I've been a massive fan of F-Zero since the SNES days. I've spent many hours playing it.
You just like this one because it's got Sega written on it.
Yes. Yes. Has it?
It's a Sega game.
Yeah. Why does it not say Sega?
I don't think it does. I think it's because Sega did the arcade version and...
yeah, Sega probably released the arcade version. Yeah. And also if it said Sega, it'd be more depressing because it's Sega on a Nintendo console. Which is common. It's a common theme now. And sticking with the Nintendo theme, I shall then go for my...
Only more waggly.
Yeah. I bought Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles. It's a first-person shooter with the Wiimote. Waggle Waggle shoot stories from... I think they're based on games 3+, aren't they? Stories and characters from Resident Evil 0, 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the one we played was 2 and whatever with it. So, 2 and 3.
Great fun. It was lasting longer than we thought, but we'd give it a rest and it's been like
we just kind of stopped and then I moved. Yeah. And then it was just kind of like, I can't remember why we stopped. It was just, we played it for like 2 or 3 weeks, just a couple of hours here and there. And it is quite a big game, isn't it? For one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you can do a virtual cop in like an hour. 45 minutes, well, not even that, you know.
No. But yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we were still going after a good, couple of weeks of at least 3 hours.
Yeah. So
Gunblade and LA Machine Guns. Yes, arcade.
Sega light gun games, say no more, they're all awesome.
Yes. And it says Sega on it, so had to get it, had to buy it. Buy anything
for the cheap prices you get that for. It's such a bargain. I mean,
we never pay the prices on the box, by the way. Well, you do if they're a CDX. This because I didn't even know it was out.
There was a newer version of that as well, but they didn't actually bring it out over here. It was America only, I think. It had like a few more games and a few more.
It looks like a it's like a fun, basically sort of update.
Well, you've got the originals in there as well. You've got the originals in there as well.
Gator Panic Remix, that sounds.
Yeah.
Rally X Remix. They just look weird, don't they? Little cheapsy versions of them.
Yes. Strange and sort of.
Many collections of those on the Saturn and stuff. Wii Music, I know absolutely nothing about Wii Music, other than apparently you hold the remote and do
conductory things.
Oh, right.
And
do you
stuff.
Don't blow it.
And yeah, you do that.
The violin.
Yeah, and stuff. It's
awful.
Dirt cheap, so.
It's mildly distracting, but it's not really a game, is what I would say. It's some sort of mild entertainment. Yeah, it's not something. It's just sort of weirdness. It's one of those sort of things where if you had a couple of friends and a few beers, you could get some like 2 minutes of entertainment before everyone goes, "This is shit. Let's go and shoot things." It's and talking of shooting things.
Yeah, with Sega. Yeah, so just imagine what I said about the other one, Ghost Squad. I have actually played this one.
I mean, the thing is, it's AM2. I mean, AM2. Yes. I mean, I like a lot of Sega stuff, but I'm not a big Sega fan as such. I am an AM2 fan. I adore AM2. There's very little that they've done that I don't like. So.
Yeah, and then because I said Tenchu. The games are all right. I don't think they've ever been amazing games.
No, they've never sort of been on the verge of being what they should have been.
Yeah.
But they were kind of stealthy, ninja-y sort of things. You know, they're not quite the opposite of Ninja Gaiden, isn't it? I mean, Ninja Gaiden's all kind of like runny slashy over the top, and that's all sort of semi-stealth.
Yeah.
But normally they have slightly clunky mechanics, don't they? But they're still fun.
I'm playing the one on Xbox Live Arcade, and that was bloody awkward to play.
Yeah. That was like a third person almost, wasn't it? I think. It's.
The final few bits of Nintendo pickup. Some lovely boxes. I've got Pocket Bomberman for the Game Boy Color. Bomberman. Bomberman is awesome. You don't need to know anything. You don't need to say anything else, but. Great fun, many hours of entertainment, especially around his house with his nephews. Once again, being around there to get blown the fuck up whilst I'm just visiting. Yeah,
it's great when you get beaten by 6 and 7-year-olds.
Coming from the mind of a bloody 6 and 7-year-old at the moment.
No, about 9. About 9, I'm more advanced than that.
Bubble Bobble, old and new. Basically, it's got the original version of Bubble Bobble in it, and a version where they've spiced up the graphics to look really nice. Everyone knows I'm a massive Bubble Bobble fan, and you can see them. Actually, whilst they're supposedly in costumes, they look like dragons. And an absolutely superb Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival, which plays like shit on any form of the Game Boy. However, on the Game Boy Player, on the
proper
GameCube,
buttons,
it's sort of proper buttons.
Well, sort of.
If you had a million times better.
It would be, right?
Yeah. It was this blew me away because when this came out with King of Fighters, didn't it? And they both blew away how good they could actually be on the Game Boy because they just spruced it up. But yeah,
I've got to admit, especially King of Fighters, once you actually put it on the big TV, it doesn't look that good, does it?
No.
But on the small screen, on the small Game Boy screen, it's actually really good. I actually like King of Fighters more actually on the small screen than the big one. But Street Fighter definitely better on the big screen.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, King of Fighters, the portable with the Neo Geo stuff is really cool. It's just a shame it's all chippy. Lovely pickup, thanks to the guys at Play Nation. I finally have a boxed, all minty fresh, like brand new Game Gear with the AC adapter and Sonic, and they also chucked another game in there for me free of charge. Yeah, you wouldn't believe the condition of this. It's a bit quiet, so obviously the capacitors are going. But yeah, I always wanted one. I remember playing one at school when I was younger, but never actually owning one. I was a Lynx boy, and I managed to buy 2 or 3 games on Lynx, but because I bought that, I had to buy some stuff, and the condition of this stuff I bought was absolutely phenomenal. I got a TV tuner, and it's never actually been out of the box until I looked at it the other day, and once again minty fresh, and might hook the 360 up just to see what it looks like on the Game Boy screen. And what's the point of buying a console if you can't have some games for it? I've not played any of these. I've played Sonic, but that's about it. Super Monaco, can't.
Fantastic game on the Mega Drive. I've never played the Master System or Game Boy.
A lot of these games I've bought just because of the absolute fantastic, like new condition. It's a golf game which looks like crazy golf. Might have some
crazy golf.
And
you've got 65 seconds.
Yeah. So The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Students. It looks like a 2D scrolling game that was beat 'em up.
Pretty nasty game. It's nasty platformer basically.
Yeah. And
talking of nasty games.
yeah, it's nasty.
It says US Gold.
Yeah, it's
But
nasty.
it's all mint and fresh. It says that one on it. So it's,
yeah, I mean they've done the Master System version as well, didn't they?
And the Spectrum and the Amstrad.
The Master System version because there was the out.
Oh yeah, the US Gold did. Yeah, US Gold did. Yeah. There was a Master System version. Yeah. And it came out on the home computers like the Amiga and all that stuff as well. It's pretty nasty. And
we've also got Alien 3, which I played the bollocks off on the Mega Drive. This looks very, very similar. I could complete Alien 3 on the Mega Drive with 1 credit, but when you only have 2 games to last you an entire year, you tend to get that good when you play them every night.
But then you play them 20 years later and you can't get off the first level, and you start wondering where it's all gone.
You can't, not at all. And my last Game Gear pickup, which was recommended by everyone, I actually eBayed this and paid probably just over 10 quid. But everyone highly recommended this because you thought it was something different to start off with, didn't you?
Well, I thought, well, actually, I remembered that it wasn't as soon as I sort of said it. But it was basically, I always get it confused with the Master System version of Shinobi, and it's not. It's not based on the arcade game. It's like its own original thing. Yeah. And it's actually really good. I have actually played it. It's really good.
It's all good. Right.
Long time ago.
Go on to some fighty games. We got Guilty Gear X2 on the Xbox. Don't even know if it works on the 360, but it's a relatively cheap price. Needed it to go on the shelf to look nice. Always loved the Guilty Gear games. I've loved every bit of the Guilty Gear games until you get to I Know. And trust me, when you get it, you'll fucking know what we're talking about. An American Xbox game, but they both work on the 360. King of Fighters 2002 and 2003. They only released 2002 in the UK, but in America they got it in a nice double pack. Really regret the fact that they've done a couple more games. They've done Samurai Showdown in America, and they've done King of Fighters Real Bout 94, and I think it was King of Fighters Neo Wave. But they chose to only release Neo Wave, which really pissed me off because I've so wanted to play 94 Real Bout, but I might have to invest in a
PS2 and stuff.
We'll get a,
well, there is. You can get the European copy. You can get the European copy for PS2.
The Germany.
But it is the English one. It is the English one that was released in Italy. You know, like Pro Wrestling Returns, where they took the UK copies and they released them. They do like releasing them in Germany. Germany's a big Neo fan base.
Yeah, XGRA games. Wipeout with powerful bikes. Played it on. It wasn't the Xbox. Played it on something else. And I think it was equivalent to about 80p. I paid for this. So another game for the shelf. Right, it's picked up Infinite Undiscovery, as you can see with the yellow tag. So 75% off. Didn't mind it. I played 4 or 5 hours into it, but fuck me, what a soulless game. I felt like I was just stood in a room on my own with a cardboard box to play with. Now, if I was Solid Snake, I would be really happy, but I'm not. So it's an RPG to shove on the shelf. Self? We'll put it on the shelf.
Yeah, selfie it.
Yes.
We'll
go do some self-stacking. Yeah, Crisis 3, another one, 75% off. Worked out about £2.20. Got to the last mission the first time I had this. It was a fantastic game, and it had the game-breaking glitch where it just froze. You beat the last boss, then it froze. And many messages to everyone I know, stressing and being pissed off for a long time. They fixed it 2 days after I sold it. So I shall now just reload the last mission and finish it off. So Anarchy Reigns on the Xbox 360. Love Platinum Games, love everything they've done, and this is good, but it's such an oddity. It's mainly based around basically online fighting. I have plumped about 10 hours into it, and I'm saying plumped because there's a big ass on the back that I'm staring at in purple trousers. It's okay, but it's not what you think of. It's very, very, very odd. Very
the closest game that it's actually got characters from to it is Mad World, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the closest one.
Yeah. I think you got characters. I mean, I remember if you pulled it, you got Bayonetta and you got someone else. Yeah, and I picked up Splathouse. I loved this when this first came out on the 360. There's nothing special about this at all, but there's loads of mindless gore and mindless beating the shit out of things. When you finish it, you unlock all 3 previous games. Great blast, great fun. It's sort of decent length, about 10 hours as well to play through. Thoroughly, and I do recommend this. I think I paid £4.20 for this, including postage. And I see that as a bargain. I could see me going back just because I did really enjoy this. Did you get the impression that I liked this game?
Yes, just a little bit.
Did you try this?
I did actually quite enjoy it, just in a sort of slashy, gory kind of way.
Mindless.
It's not got the finesse of something like Ninja Gaiden or something like that.
I don't think it's supposed to, is it?
It's just literally just smacky, punchy, but it's still fun.
So I shall continue with my 360. and
Buying toys.
buying toys. See, I bought this roughly at the same time that he got his. Someone else bought it just slightly before me, and I went round his house to have a look at it, and he knew I was going to have it by a couple of days, so I bought it. Great fun. I've not spent much time on it. My daughter and my missus has pretty much been hogging it.
As they do.
Is it multiplayer online?
Yeah, no, it's multiplayer one console again.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not
just like Skylanders. It's,
Yeah.
it's all
Co-op,
local.
nothing Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, great fun if you like Disney characters. Everywhere seems to be shooting them out relatively cheap. I'd say it's like Skylanders, but it's not like Skylanders. That's
Yeah, it works. It's got a similar gimmick, but it's a totally different game. It's a similar gimmick, but it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
It's more of a sort of platform-ish. Depends what characters you're playing as, because each one's a different game almost.
Yeah, it's a different game where you've got basically a toy box mode where you build your own world, or in the toy box modes they've got their own levels, providing you get the right thing.
I mean, Mr. Incredible is kind of a superhero mode.
Okay, if you like what you see, please leave a comment below, push that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'd like to have more subscribers, please. That'd be really cool.
So, Super Monocle Grand Prix? Super Monocle?
Super Monocle Grand Prix. It's like a Monopoly guy. Yeah, come on, let's have jolly well beat this fella in a jolly old race.
Yeah. Back to prison you go.